Mm.
So, Mr. Peng, so may I ask, what do you normally do when you had a stroke?
Banking.
Oh, you're in banking.
Finance and banking and finance.
Finance and banking. Okay. So currently, do you reside with a lone family or
With a caregiver, yeah.
with a caregiver, yourself and a
Yeah,
caregiver?
no maid, not I actually I don't jump the gun like you.
Okay.
Is there a role, specific role in play in finance and banking? Because you just determine the level of stress,
I work with but the mere fact that I'm in by banking is enough stress.
Oh.
Like investment banking.
I done a lot of things. The last job I did was fund house. Alliance Global Investor.
Alliance.
AGI for short.
Okay.
You look up AGI and then you see them.
Okay.
Very dynamic role.
Yeah, the politics are more. 70% are fighting politics.
So I continue. I guess the condition should be stroke, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
And also, I've some patients, about maybe 5% of stroke patients
Right.
have my condition. It's called post-stroke central pain.
central pain.
So that means I'm feeling pain all the time in my right side. Depending, sometimes like right now, my face and my arm
Right.
is pain.
Okay.
And then to describe how the pain is like, you just look up central pain. So apart from I would, the doctors feel that if I didn't have central pain, I would have recovered much better. But the central pain is not all patients. About 5. That's what I've read.
5%.
About 5%
Oh,
of patients.
did
So
the-
a small number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did the doctor say that why for your case you developed this condition?
Oh, it's the way the brain heals.
Oh, okay.
So when I had stroke, right? The brain plasticity.
Yeah.
So the brain will try to heal itself. Sometimes the brain will map to the wrong area.
Okay.
So instead of response, the feedback, the brain, it mapped to pain.
I see. Okay.
So it's called a central pain because it's actually nothing is causing the pain.
Yeah.
It's centrally causing the pain. So cold, hot activity, speech, anything, you trigger the pain.
Okay.
I cope with pain very well. So but I think most in US they eat bullet.
Bullet. Really bullet.
No, they were given the what's that banned drug now? For pain, oxy something, opiate lah.
Opiates.
Oh, it's
okay.
opioid.
So
Okay.
when the government banned opiate,
Okay.
they couldn't handle the pain. I've been reading up there, so they unalive themselves.
Okay. I see. So basically, it's really bad. The pain.
It's bad. It's bad.
Okay.
It's really. I mean, I won't go into it if you.
But you I mean, the disposition, first impression is you're very positive, you know. So and coping with the pain and being very positive. Because how do you manage that? Like day to day.
The same thing. My masseuse, my sports masseuse told me. He asked me what's the worst thing that has happened in life to you. I said, well, growing up poor.
Okay.
Then he said, what? I would assume you would say central pain. I said, what is central pain? That's nothing compared to what I had to go through. So in relativity of things, the suffering growing up was worse than the pain.
Okay.
So I can handle the pain.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So different people will be different, the way they handle that. So for old people, I really pity them, especially those also with some patients will asphyxia, and they can't tell you that they have central pain. There's no way for them to describe to you, so they are in silent hell. They are so sometimes I think about those old people who cannot express the pain, but 很痛, then and then misdiagnosed.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of stroke patients are misdiagnosed for central pain. If they can't speak, if they can't articulate, I'm a chatterbox. So, and actually I discovered my condition before the doctor, because central pain will come 6 months after your stroke, or sometimes 1 year, sometimes just after your stroke. So there's no, it's something that the doctors don't know how to handle.
Right.
They can only give me gabapentin, which numbs the pain.
Okay.
So I'm reaching the maximum of the dosage already.
Okay.
So, but I told the doctor, I want to move, but the pain is inhibiting it.
Okay.
So then he said, gabapentin will make you very sleepy. And I said, okay lah, espresso machine will solve it. So, you know, 一物克一物啦. We 一直克到 until you can solve the problem. So yeah, you got to go through it, because if you want to talk, I can talk. If you want to find out about central pain, it's a lot. You can find online. There are people who are suffering this condition.
So we heard that your condition, your stroke, has been for 8 years, right?
Coming to 8 years.
8 years.
7, 8 years.
7 to 8 years. Okay. So other than these stroke-related conditions, right? Do you have to cope with any other medical conditions?
I'm slowly, because of slowly the doctors, I mean, she's saying I'm borderline diabetes.
Oh,
I don't have cholesterol problem. I think if any is on the borderline, because the lifestyle is causing I am immobilized.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 6 years ago I would be worse, but slowly trying to
Okay.
apart from that, liver, not a big problem. That's only a
Fatty liver.
Oh yeah, fatty liver. Yeah.
Okay.
So those affect my more of it's something to do with reflux. It's all occupational. You ask every banker, they have some sort of reflux, some sort of liver problem.
Yeah. You look at me, right? I've got cholesterol problem.
Yeah.
I take medicine.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I had a head of department who, you can see him walking fine, OCBC, then heart attack.
That's it.
He's healthy, and so a lot of my colleagues they just reach the door and then they try to open the door, then heart attack, and it's about my age. So I hear from the industry. So
Yeah. All this in the profession, right? But you also go for regular checkup.
Yeah. But how do you? It's because of the work stress. You see, we where I work, I sometimes work until 2 a.m., sometimes 3-4 a.m. Just to finish the project, or to vet article, vet document, to be abreast of the project. So I mean, so we exchange our life for money.
Okay. So you're independent banker, or do you work in a team, leading
No,
a team?
I'm actually in marketing side of things.
Okay, marketing side.
What I was doing previously was anything to do with corporate communication, marketing.
Right.
And then it's regional.
Okay.
So I work with the Greater China team, so means Taiwan, and so we vet all. If you know HGI previously the biggest bond house also was part of the team, so we get a lot of materials and we have to vet. So yeah, it's just a funnel that comes through. Then I have to vet the whether, and then if it's marketing, if it's corporate communication, then that's a different hat. And then I have to look after events or fund managers coming in to speak with MSBNC or Bloomberg to find them out to Hong Kong for Bloomberg. Yeah, so it's a yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to move on to this question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it is the business. I think from David, roughly can take a picture, but maybe I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Your independence.
We go down,
Yeah.
so we know.
Yeah.
So I can feed independently.
Yeah, can. No problem. So, okay, on the scale of 0 to 3, right? So, maybe you let us know at every point.
So I can feed myself independently, 3 like.
3, right? Okay.
And then dressing, 3. I don't let anyone touch me, so I do my own.
Okay.
Low body 3.
Okay.
Breathing 3, including bubble bath.
Oh.
I bought a walk-in tub for stroke patients, so I can enjoy that. Showering without help 3, grooming 3. Okay. Toilet 3. I don't let anybody touch me.
Okay.
Mobility 3 also.
Okay.
Walking inside home. Actually, inside home, I take off my splint. Actually, use okay. You see this splint, right? This is the ankle sprint. So I progress on what you gave me.
Yeah,
To then.
carbon.
Yeah, but that was a user, as a user, that was so painful to use.
Oh, okay.
Then I went to Dr. Effie recommended me to the podiatry in Tan Tock Seng, and then we did fiber. So it's Trevor. So
It's a cast.
they cast my it's upstairs if you want to see, but it's also very cumbersome. It's the whole thing. It's a whole the leg, and then they cast up to here. Then you wear it, and then it's secure. Initially I needed that to give me to work on. For stroke patient, they come back slowly. Distal to what? That means far to near. So same for leg. So you recover here, then you gain your shoulder muscle, then you go down. And hopefully I gain dexterity, but I think I'm not too hopeful. Let's hope for a miracle.
Okay.
Then the legs the same thing. You recover distally, so from the big muscle. Then I'm slowly feeling tingling in the toe. So yeah, there's always but the toe does nothing. I don't really care about toe. I'm more interested in fingers coming back.
Okay.
So that's why I've been using SO glove non-stop for the last 6 or 7 years.
Oh, 6 to 7 years. Okay.
Early customer.
Right. So
I'm patient 0.
patient zero.
Almost, yeah.
Okay. So maybe we just sidetrack a bit on SO glove, right? Like the post-stroke condition that you had, that means after you discharged clinically, right? And then before you started using SO glove and after you started using SO glove, right? What is the kind of progression that you notice over these years? Maybe from we
Okay,
break it.
the problem with SO glove, all my therapists and the doctors is passive. It's not active. There is active mode. I mean they develop active mode, so I cannot achieve active here. I cannot. I mean, see the problem with stroke patient with their fingers is if I close, and then the brain cannot release. So, but now I can feel that it's slowly releasing. Okay, I'm working on it. I mean, it's milestones and small gains. I mean, I've been at it, so I can tell that okay, I can feel because I've been doing this right. This muscles because the strange thing is this, I have central pain, which to a certain extent allows me to know, hey, here is more painful. Something is happening here. You know, it's like that blue dye that you take for in your body.
Yes, the scanning.
Then it shows, it illuminates. I have that in form of pain response.
I see. Okay.
So I noticed. I mean, so opening is more of here, the muscles here and here. So I can use the electrical impulse also, but I'm so tired of it. I just chuck it aside. So so case from case to case is different. Stroke is just very unique. You're hurting your brain differently. So for me, it went from not being even. Last time I had to put a spleen. I've also a spleen that my hands was on. Okay, so let's talk about whether it's passive. Okay, passive. It helped me because it take away the pain so I monitor 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. or 8 to 9
Daily.
And then I watch TV, you know. I shouldn't be, but it's come to the point that, you know, 7 years already. You know, the real training is really using your brain every time it opens, and then there is a connection, and then the synapses will grow and all that. So 7 years already, I popped the glove on. And I put on different modules, so they have opening of fingers, all fingers. So I've been using opening 0 seconds now, because I want maximum.
But right now there's a static stretching. We use this static stretching. That's
Okay lah, the
forever.
static stretching that doesn't really. What I want is the motion that triggers remove the pain, so that then I can sleep. I mean I all sorts of medicine. I'm on psycho medicine because I mean to handle the pain sometimes it's very stressful. I'm daily on that. I mean my drugs, if I collect them and I eat them. And my doctor was so scared because I thought actually it's suicide cocktail now. I've read the article and then the dark web that tells me that how much of this and this plus this I can kill myself. So the medicine is no good. It's slowly killing me.
I see. But the doctor prescribed that with.
No. There's no. I also every medicine I go into it and I go study why this medicine, why that medicine. So. I talk about side effects. If this 3 medicine made me put on weight, I told her, what should we do about it? And this 2 medicine causes, Naren, libido problem. So what do we do with that? Then we discuss how to overcome, you know. Oh, maybe Viagra. So 义务克义务，我一直在克，一直在克。So the cocktail of medicine causes a whole host of problems, right? So I would then use other medicine to treat them. And after all, taking the amount of medicine I take a day is about this bunch. Apart from health supplement, you know. So
Sorry, just to interrupt. Just now, Mr. Pong mentioned about passive trading for
Mm.
ISO Club. Actually, we do have the active trading, which is
Yeah.
like using your brain to control the
to,
lot.
to think so I still have not been able to, I can't even until about this year I can't even lift my arm, so the active modules require me to lift my arm,
Right.
and then imagine me moving something, dropping cup, holding a cup and then moving and you see, right now just doing that, right, is giving me facial and then cranial pain.
CP content.
Yeah. So this is the thing I cannot curb.
I see. Okay.
If not, I would have done that number of times of for it to. I do believe I can attest to that, that repeated movement will cause a little increment that you so I use the passive, okay, and I try the active, and for me my condition until my shoulder gains much more. So what I found is on the bed I can cause that. So on the bed I lie down, and then when I watch TV I'll go and just doing that, right, I can feel the muscle growing, and then so with that
Lying down.
no. She has a machine that I can fix on table. I can do the same
okay.
thing also, but it's a whole damn machine I have to strap myself into. So I found that in the evening before I sleep, for the 1 hour I watch TV on bed, and then I'll do whatever I can. It could be moving my arm above a pillow and come back, and then in real life it's this movement.
Right.
So I realized I gained that. Right, and on the bed I can do that, but until about 6 or 7 months, I have therapy every week, twice a week, 2 hours every time, every week. Apart from holidays, so I've been doing like 6-7 years. The reason I said, go and I've discussed with Dr. Afi. I think I'm in the mode of I had enough. I want to enjoy life. 54. I mean, I've discussed because my therapist's own father is also suffering stroke. But she's the father is 70 years old. And we discussed, how come your father behaved like that? The father totally gave up and wanted to die. And she's talking to me, and I'm helping her, how to, because I'm a stroke patient. So she asked me why, and I said, okay, your father is in a worse condition. Until he can overcome the mindset, he will want to die. And then we observe, so it's all about this, and moving, trying to gain movement, or maybe pain. So your original question is, what do I see? It's not just the physicality. For me, because I'm more cerebral than most people. I try to be like, I read up, and I'm not intelligent, but I'm good at resourcing. So I just, why am I like that? What is wrong with me? Why is it so? The movement. In year 1 to year 3, maybe I couldn't even open my palms. So to me, I accept that the moving of the ISO glove helps me. I'll accept that as what's the goal? Have I achieved the goal?
Right.
And then I'll see on it. The first thing is the first benefit is you remove the pain. Then okay, I'll tell you what is the major gain this year that caused all these changes that I can remove the spleen. I had a goal. I want to travel. So I would then mimic me walking from so I'll have a shuttle car to the airport, and I need to walk from the airport, from the limousine to the check-in counter, and that's the first goal. Then of course, because I travel business, then they put me in a wheelchair, and then they will wheelchair me in, and then after that I get business and I enjoy my work. But then I got off at the same thing. I have to do this. So every trip I really plan ahead, and then I said, how am I gonna achieve that through the goal, through recovery. So you see just now walking from the lift lobby to here on the floor. I will walk back and forth in the bin, whatever. When I'm in pain, whatever, I will walk until I said, okay, I think I can travel to Bangkok. Then I think Taiwan is okay already. So we went to Taiwan. Then we were saying, I love Hong Kong, but Hong Kong's against her. I went to Hong Kong. And it was scary because I would try to go up the Hong Kong Street down there. So maybe in your planning, helping stroke patients in whatever you do is really to create that kind of milestone.
Right.
So apart from the passive and active movement I get, is more for me is really creating milestones, or else most stroke patients will want to die. I also want to die, but there's no ethical way of doing that.
Create the new one, not so glad anymore. So it's like a existing
Elbow, I saw the picture. So So I saw the picture of it. Once I see the picture, I roughly know. So it's putting that exoglove and then moving outdoor.
And elbow also.
Yeah, I saw. I saw from the one picture I cut from all the different things I do.
So those milestones that you have, likely you can take that and go outdoors.
So I don't know. For me, I know how to create for myself, because I want to achieve a certain thing, so I'll do that. Okay, but for other patients, and for stroke, you will not have repeated because you are not presented a same case every time. Every stroke is different. Perhaps they look similar. Okay, then you can cluster them. But the stroke stage they have also is different.
Right.
Okay, so I would say in your creating that, I would then in your mind, okay, low hanging fruit. What level of, because I'm a serious case.
Yeah. What was the condition actually? The clinical
No,
diagnosis?
the doctor found out. Oh, you recover very fast.
Oh,
Then they didn't realize that central pain.
I see. So, but what was the stroke diagnosis? Like there's 3 types, right? So.
For me, it's infarct, and then because my family has a high incidence of high blood pressure, when I had stroke, I was the 4th in my family. My mom died of stroke. My sister died of stroke. Because they had these people. My sister died of stroke because nobody discovered her for a long time until they found out, hey, how come no? Okay. My brother is because she had stroke because of the fire. She was shocked. My brother had stroke. My brother, I don't know, too complicated. But he had stroke, and I know he wanted to die. tell from everything he does, he wanted to die. And he died. Okay, good for him. But depending, my brother had a stroke. My younger brother had a stroke. So after me, my younger brother had a stroke. So I quickly message, whoever who don't have a stroke better watch it. Okay, so my condition is don't know what it is. Just maybe we have to change lifestyle.
Familiar.
Yeah, high blood pressure lah. So maybe I would really have to give up all the expensive lifestyle and live simply by you're on the trajectory and then you cannot stop and then. So in your question for the arm, I would then ask you, will challenge you to think maybe like what Dr. Effie you say how severe, and then if there's a way to chart that, go with the low-hanging fruit, because with the other side, the difficult ones, most patients will not have therapy up to 7 years. First, it's costly. Can you imagine every session times 2 times every, so they charge by the hour. Every week I 4 times that cost times 52 times 7. I sold a property.
Just to cover those expenses.
Everything the cost and all this. I sold a property just to finance. I'm not on trust anything before. Now I'm on, but I wasn't on trust anything. But I think they realized that you can't really put. So they for long term survey patient that they put you naturally. I'm also an active person where if I actually picked up a phone and I called social services and asked them, I'm not the case for social service. If you notice where I see, I shouldn't ask for social services, but I need your help. So she came and then she was sitting in the room and then she said, I need to tell you that not all rich people want that your help, but we need your help. And then we sat and spoke for 2 hours, and she understood. Then she began to help me handicap car pass that is permanent and not the 1 hour type, because when I applied for all the agencies couldn't understand my condition. So severe case is a whole mess. So I think you focus. I think in your measurement of what is success, that in your low hanging fruit, right? You probably have to start take away those patients with central pain, and then like my younger brother, he recovered fully. He had a stroke about 2 years ago. He's driving Grab, no problem. He's working, and then
I agree with, because my father-in-law is a stroke patient, 20 years already. He hasn't given up hope yet, even though now he's dementia. Another of his brother, he just passed away 2 years back. But 70-year-old, he got a stroke. But he's a very feisty old man. So what he do is that he will climb the steps from hospital all the way to the 12th floor.
Yes.
He do that for 2 years. He do a full recovery. And then he in and out of hospital for a lot of other things until he died about 80 plus.
I mean, I also climbed this up and down.
Yeah.
This
I
is
think
5
it's very
flights.
positive.
This 5 flights until the point I can tell my concierge, hey, you all better clean my hands every time I glide on the handrail. My hands go dirty. So but you see, 7 years is really tough. So I think in helping the case is that if you have statistics and the survey, the more of like my younger brother kind of situation, from severe to mild, I think they will benefit the most. Yeah.
I think that's a very
And
good.
it's also finances. I imagine your strap on, wow, 多少钱啊? So who will pay 2-3万?
Yeah.
It's one Langsawa is one of my Daytonas. So I have a collection, so I can take my Daytona and say, oh, go for it. That's all. And not everyone is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's determination. Even if you have the Daytona to pawn, you also need the determination to go on.
Yeah, determination.
Yeah.
I then
Yeah.
know Daytona. I take my Birkin. I have a collection. Yeah. So but it's really to do with the money. Really to boil down, right? Is you find that that's all the subset of what condition
Right.
you don't want to include people like me, and then
Yeah.
also Langsawa you probably be institutional. And institutional, the problem is if the patients cannot bring that thing home, 算了.
No, it's for home. So 是2-3万 lah, but we are actually targeting US market. Got
Okay,
insurance
that's
to
good. That's
pay.
good.
Yeah, insurance to
Insurance
pay.
thing.
But
That's
for
good.
Singapore, we'll see what we can do to get insurance support. lah.
So US market, okay, US market. Then because I follow a lot, that's how I know.
Yeah, you follow some influencers.
No,
right?
no. Only that before stroke, before they into Instagram, right? They were all over the place. I had to find them. But for the US market, yes, you're right. I mean, I saw this YouTube and this lady was using another glove and said, oh, he stood in front of her pantry, and the pantry had many shelves, and she used the glove and she'll move things from, and she'll spend how many hours and then she said, yeah, it's going to be like that. So whatever it is you're I mean targeting the insurance, right? The rich or the able, your marketing must be really. That's when I saw, okay, there are these devices. Because I was on a bed with the iPad. I said, I don't want. I'm trapped in this myself. I don't want to be. So I went out to find all sort of resources, and then so I found that lady who moves shelf, and I was like, okay, if I can do that, but I am, can. So and then I saw this man who I read about this man who, I just want to irritate my neighbor because I'll try to walk as many rounds in my garden as possible until I recover. There's a teacher, I can give you anecdote that I remembered. A teacher who said, I have to, it's the same person, so I have to walk. So he went walking and said, but I have to teach, I have to talk. He put marbles in his mouth. And that's what he wrote. He put marbles in his mouth and he did what he did. So I did a different thing. I did silly snake slowly slither southwards. Silly snake slowly slither southwards. If pickled pepper picks the peck of pickled pepper, what's the peck of pickled? And I went on, and I couldn't do it. I just do until I think my neighbor was so irritated because I couldn't control my volume. So if Peter Piper picks a peck of pickled, what's the peck of pickled pepper? You know? So it's really to do with whether, and the people you're marketing to is more or less this kind of.
Right.
Or the caregiver who wants to not be burdened by that in the long run.
Right.
So that's the other, because in this the caregiver plays a role of researching. If the patient is cognitively, then that audience is the audience you want to market to.
I think most of it you have indirectly answered a lot, so I won't go through the list.
Sure.
So I think your mobility, can I submit that up that you're actually quite highly mobile.
I want to be so I am.
Yeah, and then you're quite highly independent.
I want to be so I am.
Yeah. So then your daily living, right? Things like meal preparation. You have a caregiver, right? That helps
No, we order in, or you order in, or we go restaurants, or we.
Okay, so you eat out.
Yeah.
You
The
don't really
milestone
prepare.
was this my food milestone,
Right.
and it was perfect. I felt you when you could order in all sorts of things. So I order in food. For grocery, I'm Amazon user.
Right.
whatever that could be delivered. Oh, I accept this watch. I don't know why. Whatever I saw that I wanted, I would then get it delivered.
Right. Okay. Right.
So then the milestone is beyond that. I want to go out and eat.
Okay.
So the walking is important.
Right.
So now every day, depending on the day, I will go morning. We will walk out to the car park, take the car, walk to the hawker center, walk back. That's one goal. And night, same thing. Restaurants, come back.
You walk there.
No. But the biggest the milestone is really to be able to go down to because I exit from Kenya Road and I can walk to the closest is Paragon. That is the biggest gain, the biggest milestone. Because of it being a hill, cane hill, my caregiver said no. You do your walking this way until you are strong enough to then you. So then I realized that coming in right, there's one stretch. So I go out of the guardhouse and I walk that path, but that path is so uphill and downhill. So the other condo, the security guard also, they probably noticed my gains because I was walking with big spleen. I was walking compensation. Then over time, then they begin to see me, wearing this glove, and every day they will see me do that. Yeah, until because again it is mini goals. The goal is to walk through the Orchard Road.
Right.
That was the big goal.
Right.
Because then the final goal is I want to walk on Orchard Road every day.
Right. Okay.
I didn't spend money to live on District 9 not to be able to walk.
Okay. So if given a choice, right, will you be able to prepare your own food? Simple meals?
I have.
You have, right? So,
but because I lack one arm,
yeah.
and really to tell you you need to pull first. Let me do it. And close it. Yeah, close it is the twist. Okay, I've done my own meal prep, but my caregiver said no. So I'm able to microwave.
Okay.
I'm able to cook an egg. I have a convection stove, so I can cook an egg. But it's just the mess I create. I need to wash, and I have a dishwasher also.
Are you able to manage those stuff?
Yeah, with one hand. No, if you want to do it, you find a way.
Right. So it's no problem actually.
I think I've gone on to YouTube to see how these people do it. I mean, also there's also mobility devices that you can buy. For example, I want to open my bottle of wine.
Oh, yes.
So what do? My caregiver said no. So when he turn around, put in the sink, I put this up. And I open. I got my wine. And then I found that now I can puncture and then I can pop. But the thing is, I need to be able to hold the bottle of wine. So I think the sink, and then with my arm on it. Oh, that's quite safe.
Yeah.
Okay, then my previous one is school. Then it will then help you to pull out. Now I've even got. I had to try different wine openers, mechanical one, machine based, and those one didn't work. The best is open. Oh, I'm happy.
Okay.
So if you want to do it, you don't expect the patient to do big meals, but if it's someone who wants to gain the ability, and it's usually not my case, because it's very difficult to overcome this. Then it's an egg first. Learn to microwave. Can I move? So in your product, your use case should be right. can you open first anything, because now you need to open the can, then you need to crack an egg, you need to move it to a stove, can you take the stove back? So the use case is actually it's quite a lot.
It depends on situation.
Yeah, it
also.
depends on what you want to do lah. So
Okay. So first of all, I'm going to ask you just quickly. I think most of it again we already some discuss. So I'm going to ask you about things like mood and confidence. I think earlier you mentioned no problem with toileting and everything, right?
Yeah,
So that was so things like this emotional, mood and affect. So maybe we just do a quick rundown.
Yeah.
Starting from 17. Yeah. So 0 to 3, right? Do you feel settled down?
I do. I in fact 3, but my internal balance is strong.
Okay, internal balance is strong. Balance, huh? Okay. Right. So, how about 18?
A little interest. Oh no. I have every labubu that there is. So the way I do it, interest is my caregiver say, 钱不用紧, as long as you're interested, something occupies you, go.
Okay.
So I find my own. I read my newspaper first. Then after newspaper, I'm on TikTok. I order things. So pleasure. To the point I can tell the doctor, I need Viagra. I found my Viagra. I ordered Viagra. The Viagra delivered to home. So I'm a highly resourceful person.
Okay. Right. Okay. So I think in that case I won't ask.
So if you ask me, right, emotionally,
Yes.
whether confidence handling the problem, let's deal with emotional. It's always 3, but I have a strong my internal locus is very strong. I feel confident about handling. Okay, the problem with this one is that and it's good to note that the problem is the memory of who I am and my ability. Sometimes there's a jarring.
Okay.
So even growing old, like it's the same thing. I used to be able to do this, and then you forgot that you cannot. You're old already. You go and sprain my ankle, sprain my back. So I sprained so many times because I forgot that I'm a stroke patient. My memory, my memory is stronger than my ability. So I thought I can. Then I'm a stroke patient. So I sprained my back. Some days is on bed 2 months. Anxiety 3 it's the same thing
I think most of your score will be 3, Yeah.
Yeah, but because of my pain and the
Maybe
coping adjustment. Okay, that's
maybe I talk about. I think let's talk about perhaps maybe the part about. Okay, let's hypothetically present this situation, right? Let's say without SO glove, right, as accompaniment to your recovery, right? Would you have been a very different person in terms of the way you look at things? I mean, your current disposition now is actually I see all positivity. Okay? Would that disposition have changed if, let's say, even though what you've gone through, right, the therapy sessions, so many times, the kind of cost involvement you're throwing inside there, right? Would that have been very different as a person if without SO glove haven't come into your life?
so the difference. From personal to I mean, I would have found something else.
You would have found something else, lah.
I found different motivators
Okay.
because I'll go YouTube and I find that this poor lady in Malaysia, she's walking with her pattern is all wrong, but she's moving and she thinks that she's modified, but she's not. So the difference is if you sell, I will flip it around and say that you need to sell hope.
Yeah. That's what I was like, gathering from
You need
this
to sell hope.
conversation.
You need to, but how do you sell hope?
Yeah.
So you have perhaps when you have the end product, it's in after the test case, and then it's something you can do is to you really have to paint that the person in America. You think the person in America you're trying to sell to has stroke. Then forget it. He must really have the ability to. So what sort of person would want to do this? So I've met very in my therapy session institutional. I'm sitting in front of a person. I'm reading the person. Okay, C level. It's fuck. Why am I like this? It's all this position is that. He's yelping at people, and then but do something about it. You know how at sea level, you should know how to. So this person that you would be trying to sell to him, but I'm just observing from my point of view and said they are in law, so they are fighting with all sorts of inner demon, and then they are being treated as now lesser being, and then not being able to do what he's trying to. So you sell them with this. You can go back to this. So for example, I had a vision when I saw this video, and this person said he's on the $1 million leg. That's a New York person, and he's probably a Jew, and then very rich, and then he's on a machine that
Boston Bionics.
yes, and he's
that's
so
a
his friend,
fascinating.
the video is the friends that glowing about, wow, he's on the $1 million and he's moving around, and but of course in my mind, okay, first power, heat, how long can it go, how the it's gonna be very hot, all this straight away I go into problem solving and say, oh, it's a nice but the person, the friend selling that, oh, my friend is on that device. So whatever it is you're creating, right, is to that class of people is like, yeah, you have to. Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, I think you give us a lot of insight. So I think for me, I've quite enough questions answered. Kee-Hong, your side, you got anything?
Not really. I think a lot of things we didn't intend
Yeah.
ask, but I think
He
told
really
us was
he
fair.
told us
It's
a lot of
okay. It's
insight.
okay. It's all the more. I mean, if by sharing somebody else with the resources can recover, then that's good.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the next step, I don't say some things that you want to run with.
Will it be of value to you, like if you can actively track your progress or like see your progress as you go, like to have that reflected back to you in some sort of system? Will you find value in that?
Okay, it's not a muscular problem here. I'm trying to solve control problem. So I'm able to do this. I tell myself, I'm able to swipe now. That was the goal 7 years ago. But I can myself track that I'm cognitively, and then Dr. Effie say, hey, you're plateauing. I say, well, you know what? I can move now, so I can base myself to year one. For you, it's but for me, I'll base myself now back to year one, because year one I wanted to do this.
Right.
Okay, but then it depends on how long your target audience or the patient has been immobile, the muscle loss. So what kind of muscle loss? What's the kind of muscle loss in their state, and so it will be the therapists have a way of measuring. They come and then they take then they measure the You know,
Yeah.
the range, and then they can. So for you, you can approach any physical therapy, and how did they measure? That will give you then how to incorporate in your machine. But whether I can track or not, depending on whether I'm cognitively awake or not.
Yeah, it depends on the user also.
Yeah,
definitely.
some of the stroke patients I see is almost having a fit all the time. Then how do you measure?
True.
So again, it's not the case is every case is unique. So but the common one will be that you can then go to the therapist and say, okay, how do you measure? I've been measured many times. I mean, okay, I can tell you, they will try tell for leg, okay. But yours is arm. Let's talk about arm. So they will ask me for can you do this? And then how much can you do? Try. Then they you know, so then they have a range of helping the patient so we want to increase the range to this point. Right? This was impossible 3 years ago.
Oh.
Right?
How about is that traditional assessment method from the therapies? We measure, because eventually we are going to have sensors like EMG sensor, like attached on your muscles. How about we measure your mind-body connection rate, like how much muscle signals we are detecting from you, and then that will be transmitted to the cloud. Then you can see from the app.
Or even a feedback loop. They give you a beat, you reach there, you beat.
No, that's not new anymore, right? Because there are there's this I've actually reached out to them and say how much does it cost. US. Magic Solutions. It's I mean, I'm looking for the local distributor of this machine, so that I can buy. So I'm looking initially for LH 300, H 200. That's the I forgot the term. Bioness, yeah.
Bioness. I used to wear Bioness. Bioness already quite low, like very low leh.
But when I had stroke,
Yeah.
they were the
Last time
yeah.
last time, yeah. Bioness is the electrical stimulation machine.
So you wear, and then you can like initiate the movement, then you increase so you get a feedback. So you go look up Bioness. Well, there's I don't know, and I've not found any that better. But stroke is stroke, okay. So the development for stroke is they don't invest in it because they can't guarantee money.
Yeah.
So the Bioness is okay. You wear it up to an elbow. The machines like that, strap on, so you can initiate the hand to open, because two patient can only do that, and the machine will catch your EEG or EMG, and then you open.
It stimulates electrical stimulate the muscles.
So they in their early days
hospital.
in their early days they were trying to do what you're doing now. So and I saw YouTube. Oh, I can open the fridge. I can get that. So they were selling hope. And the lady who stood in front of the uses that. So he goes up, she initiates, it opens, and then she holds the can closed, and then she initiates the thing closed, and she moves. But you see, she had no problem with the muscle here. So she's a mild patient that she wants to get this action. I'm the patient who wants to do this first, because without this, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Shoulder.
So then you say that perhaps your machine should reach people who are like that first lah.
Yeah.
But then again, that is awareness.
We'll do elbow, elbow
Yeah.
and
So but for realistically lah, as someone who's got to even elbow, right? I can tell what is a pattern that is you see you see my hand, you can tell I'm stroke patient because I'm fighting,
co-contraction.
okay. In my mind, I'm trying to control the leg and trying to control the hand. The fight is major. So when I walk, but the shoulder, you know, the shoulder, because most stroke patients, their shoulders will roll in already over time. So I actively try to. In US, there's a product developer who had a stroke. He actively creates his own device too. Okay, simple device, and I follow him. So to get this, he wears a strap, full arm strap. Okay, and this you're talking about a stroke patient who is quite mild to. So long term like me, the first goal is to stretch, and then my shoulders need to be able to do this in order to. And when we're talking about this, I've worn the brace that is full. Okay, I don't know what to say. You know, but because when I wear the brace, I'm fighting the brace. So the school of thought now, there are two schools of thought. Whether you use brace or don't use brace, whether it's beneficial, because you're fighting the brace, and then you have a pattern of when take off is fighting a brace. That's not you know. So some therapists say try not to. So that's why I'm slowly going to go without brace from my leg, because the brace is the one protecting me from spraining ankle. So initially I wear the whole leg brace before this was strong. But when this was strong, I can then go down. So in your arm it's the same thing. You have to see the shoulder. Because the pattern of what's normal walking pattern. Okay? First, for stroke patient, is gonna one of the doctor told me it's a mammalian. We are mammals, and so when you go into this state, you want to call a fetus to hug your mother for protection. That's coded in your brain, and that's why that movement and then the leg movement. When the brain is hurt, it goes back to the reset.
Oh, I think I know what you're
First
saying.
stage.
Yeah,
The brain is
trauma.
the mammalian
Yes.
brain and
Yes.
the reptilian brain, or whatever.
Okay.
I can't remember. So he explained to me. I said, why am I curling in and then my leg and then I have to fight the pregnant. So you see the monkey, the little baby knows how to hug the mother, as even if the mother is jumping. So we will go back into that state. So say the arm was like that. This is what pattern you'll see a patient who's all sorts of, even if they're mild, they'll go into that. But the patient like my brother then knows how to, because the brain has not lost that controlling of. So the part of the brain that is reptilian will take over, or mammalian, or you know the ancient part of the brain.
Yeah.
Crocodile.
The ancient part of the brain will take over. So you get this pattern. Okay, so it's now I'm trying. So you should know that with the patient is not to help him with the muscle. It's to help him repeat the action so that a new connection, plasticity, you know that word, will increase the synapses, the cells will grow, and then that once it's regained, you can then say, move, relax. The most patient cannot relax. Hence, you get this pattern. So, if you want to, if I don't know what it is you're trying to achieve, but if you ask me, would I want to chart and know, you know, you're going to face a patient who's struggling with all that. And it's a great battle, because I can imagine most patients will say, why is my arm like this? I want to straighten them. And then when they try to straighten, they forgot that their leg, then they fall. So when I walk, I give up the hand. Because if I try to walk and try to straighten it, then because that part of brain is dead. So as I told my friend I have a brain, so treat me like I have a brain, you know. And then so this is so you should imagine your patient being half a brain. Right, so she's trying to connect to that brain, that part of the brain that what this harm does, no need to think on. So from the PhD doctor who had a stroke, I read her book. You may want to go read her book, right? She documented herself, and her description was correct. Because she's a PhD student, when she's a PhD brain doctor, now she's doing a lot of podcasts. What happens when the person goes to have a stroke?
Is she the local doctor?
No,
the lady?
American.
American.
She's a Harvard or one of the Ivy League PhD. So the thing you have to, I mean, you understand that that's what you're trying to do, right? But in your presentation to the patient, I mean, if you explain this, it's going to take a long. So if you want to dress it up, you're trying to achieve something, right? So how do you tell the person? So when I learned different description by another author, who said that imagine an Olympian trying to make a move to bring a shuttlecock to that position, he probably did a million strokes. So the first question is how many times do I need to do this to get a movement? Is how many millions? But if you tell the patient how many millions, the patient will do.
There's a question because you actually refer to a lot of people as sometimes as a reference and sometimes as a role model. But if how do you feel that you say that device, right? You're able to connect to others in the community. Is that important?
That will help. Because I was asked to speak last 2 years ago in the rehab, but because I was using what's that machine again? Our electrical machine that will help me. I spoke to all the. I think it's regional. Are we there? Oh, your thing, oh, 我记错了，是 BTR. So I was asked to speak to one group of all hospital administrators. Then I was asked to.
Rehab. I invited you lah.
Yeah. So I was BTR. I was talking to head of all the institutional people. Right. Then they asked me to speak and then to talk about my journey. And then I told them my case, and I told them that well, you should have this in your institution because I can talk, a lot of patients cannot. So back to your question, a community in your rehab week, I told all the rehab, I said that Instagram is the place because unless a new social media take over Instagram, a lot of them went online already, and then they document their journey. Then later on they monetize it. If you want to watch my recovery, pay or subscribe, whatever. I say go to hell. I will move on. Okay, but you see, they have to pay for their life, so they're smart. Yeah, I think they're smart. So yes, the community. But mostly, most of this portal that I've gone through is okay, same thing. The Barnes did it. Even before Barnes is, Barnes had an end, but after a while you realize you're watching the video all over again. It's like this connect to this connect is again this. So then I move on and find some other. There's someone who sells manual to help a stroke patient. They create also this different thing. So yes, all this if you can find, but the person will then ask you for.
Oh, what is it? It's along that line. What you say? It's not just like one way. You actually can talk to another user. Similar product. Another user can ask you for yours.
I tell my experience. A lot of the rehab patients actually DM me, ask me about this. Okay, so this and this and this, or whether this, and I refer them to. So yes.
Oh, okay.
But depends on how awake the patients are. I mean, if you're selling to C class, they won't do all this.
So it depends on the education level.
No, it depends on who you're selling to. If you're talking about people who have the money and their insurance plan is so good, right? Then will they themselves go? No, they're used to sending someone else to go find out. The next level, okay, they have the plan, but not C level. For example, she had one Sentosa patient, right? Yeah, you can tell us for it.
No, like this Indian millionaire family. So yeah, it's the same.
They will go from one device to another device.
Yeah, that's
but who does the research? You think she will do her research? So who are you talking to? So if your information is there, whoever who will, but you are talking about already on your device. Perhaps.
Maybe.
Perhaps. I mean, you have to incentivize and I mean not monetary, but incentivize them to that it benefits you to talk to other.
Okay. It may be a onboarding. It may be an onboarding process or journey. It may be also current user that just want to share and talk and inspire.
Not many people are like me. and I tell you, people who are like me, right? You'll charge you. I mean, they are all now all monetizing it already. I had a PhD therapist who was sharing very good. I maybe I can recommend you to a portal, but then after a while she monetizes it. You want to watch YouTube? Okay. So I think your portal or in your mind what you're trying to create is a social community that will help you sell your product, right?
Not necessarily just sell, but I think because throughout your conversation, you pepper your references or people you watch that kind of inspire you, and also people that kind of I think emotionally, there are other people like me. I think you give me a sense of that. So that's why I was asking, like, if that device or that ecosystem has such a feature, right?
Then you're the wrong person I'm talking to. I rather it's really you working with the social services and saying we need to create something like that. Then you latch on. You don't have to build. They build,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, understand.
right? Because you cannot sustain the kind of. You have to. It's a lot because I come from creating this kind of things. It's not sustainable. If you talk to Lawrence, you know, and he's sold, then. But I tell you, even with the governmental thing, you will phase out very fast, depending on who is taking on the project. But creating the committee is definitely good. Right. So now you don't have to do CD, no more CD. Onboarding can be. You are talking to the right person. Onboarding with what? Right? Can be a self-help, train the trainer. Train. Most important is not train the trainer; it's train the caregiver. So you can create a committee to the caregiver and pretend to, we can help you. You send out a signal, your family having trouble, we can help. The people, the caregiver will respond, how? You give him, then he will ask you how, what, and where are you? Of course, I email, Binance directly and ask for who's your local distributor, right? I asked Dr. Afi, what are you doing? And then she sent me to one experimental, and then I talked to them and said, no, you're a charlatan. Yeah. Yeah. That I don't know what they have, but they were working with her. I think talking to her. So you see tapping on her and tapping on the computer. So I don't think you in the sense that if you want to create that kind of cost to you does not translate to. I'm talking business. Yeah. So you rather approach the, and I think there's a need, and then if you're part, because you see the hospital from not having it, now some hospital then create a special room, right, that mimics home for stroke patient, right?
Especially.
In US it's different, no? US because it's so sparse, right? So my early reading is this person, he has to pay for some sort of like a rehab center, like a drug rehab center, but this is a rehab center for rehab. So he checks into that rehab center, and because you are working with a therapist, so everything you do becomes a therapy session. So because your family member can even I give you a case. I have another. You know her. I have another therapist whose mother-in-law had a stroke. But the dynamics of mother-in-law and daughter-in-law are so understand. So she said she tried to help her. So if you check into, if you're able to, if there is something like that in Singapore, that if you're talking to the ministry to create a rehab center that's home based, whatever 1 month person rather than hospital environment, it's a different. It's just hospital. It's a different thing. But you cannot do. Again, I think use case is the patient who are mildly affected by stroke would benefit from. Then one other thing for you is how there's another school of thought where they put a glove over the non-affected hand, and then they stay in this facility, and the facility is okay. Hold the phone. Pick the phone up. So your brain doesn't talk to the. Your brain you're forced to build that neural link that's dead. To say, okay, the therapist is helping. So this is something you will want to look into because you're talking about working the brain and the arm and then using a device. So there's what's it called? What's this method called? That means there is if you look it up, that this method is actually a branch of the stroke rehab itself. It means removing the active hand. And then say so not in my case say someone with a mild stroke, so they deprive of this and then they tell the person to do restrain. So in US there's actually a facility that this patient goes to 24/7 once they are awake to.
Oh. So
And
they force your body to give a new neural pathway to the
Yeah, but my neural path is there. You see, you will have to try to connect. It's a matter of connecting the. It's not muscular problem. It's a. So the muscular problem is only when it's after 7 years of non-use. Then your atrophy and then so let's base it on then. So, if your original question is the community does? Yeah, the community. But if your portal or whatever help onboarding, right?
Yeah.
Showcases that helping the patient understand that look. There's this therapy where you and then the point is to them is that the synapses and then you will be of help to the patient. So what is helpful to the caregiver and what is helpful to the caregiver and will be resources like this.
So not just the patient but also the whole ecosystem of the caregiver and even the company and all that together.
You have, I mean, you are the company now.
Yeah.
So who are the user and the buyer is a different thing, right? So in my case, my caregiver, I'm more resourceful than my caregiver. So I just thought to get a caregiver pay. What do we sell?
I think this case is better because patients themselves need to fulfill. So most of the cases that we see.
I mean,
caregiver
okay lah. You can go to my Instagram. It's now closed up. So if you it's the Stroke Champ SG.
Stroke champ. Shit.
I have closed it up. I'm on the different path of life. So initially I thought maybe I can inspire someone that I can't really help myself first. So you have to send me an invite.
Stroke champ SG.
Yeah.
Private lah.
Okay.
Private.
Requested.
So you can find it's over 7 years now. So I was selected, but I can show you something I posted. Okay, I posted this. So, what's inside the brain? How does the brain stroke patient recover? What are they achieving?
Plasticity, build a new synapse connection.
If I cannot achieve that,
Yeah.
nothing can be done. I saw this on YouTube. I took it.
Oh, that's connecting.
Yeah. You see, if a patient sees this, I understand why I have to buy a product. The product is trying to.
Yeah.
But the number of times I have to do is because there's no guarantee that I mean, in my case, it got connected to the wrong place. You know, it is what it is. So this one they add there's this thing that you can add to your brain that will promote. I even at the time almost flew to Beijing to inject something. Then I asked my doctor. I said, "You want to do more research about it?" I get that as his answer lah. So you can then I can refer you to other patients who are Korea. There's one lady who's super determination.
Yeah, sure. You come to us.
No.
I follow. I requested.
Yeah. So there's this Korean lady. She knows how to put herself on a stepper. Then she put the stepper in front of the cupboard, then back the wall. Then she will fall. She won't fall. Then she do the stopping. And she'll do stepping. So these are people. And then she herself has another role model, another Korean man who's like going to the gym to lift, but her arm is. You know, so there are this lah. And all the devices you can see lah. All literature you want is over there lah. I mean, I even bought a app that shows me how the muscle, you know, what happens if I want to achieve. At least I have an understanding. I still haven't reached there, but you know, that's what I did. That's how long ago. That's 2019.
That's before COVID.
I kind of had a stroke. Then the COVID actually was good lah, because everyone had a stroke with me. Stuck at home, have ordered, cannot go out. For 2 years, I was like, now you know what I'm going through. Anything else?
I think actually we originally planned, we thought we had everything all planned out. Then we didn't know we got actually more information than we need.
Yeah.
So we thought we want to do some measurement, but you actually told us a lot of things. I mean a lot of insight stuff. I guess we probably need to internalize this, and then I think we'll work with Jane and then to.
I mean, this room is, I can use it once or twice a week. If you want another session, Wednesdays afternoon after my maid clean the house.
Wednesdays afternoon. Okay.
I'm okay to.
Okay. Actually, what we plan for is that we have all in all about 8 patients or 2 clinicians. So all of different diversity. Yeah. So I think you probably represent one very good segment. And then after that, we'll see how all this interpolate. Yeah, you got money and then very resourceful, very motivated. On the quadrant, you're on one of the end. So what we'll do is that we later part as we go along, with 2 phases of project. Then we will actually do recommendation and materialization of the design. So we would like you to be involved at the same time. So at the milestone.
You have to tell me.
Yeah, we will give you a.
What's the domain, and then then for me to check with my caregiver.
Can, yeah, we really appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for the.
Will it be accepted to try? Just want to try.
Of course, you'll try.
No problem.
You want to try everything.
I mean, VTL, I was on it for 2 years until they told me to speak to the institutional heads.
Right.
In that meeting was CEO of Tai Hua Guan.
Wow, 太晚了。
A different C level and different in charge. So you probably want to aim for that kind of.
Yeah. But
When
would
you are there.
you see that this the positioning will work if it is going in the direction of those C-suite or maybe at least B-suite?
If you think about it, hospital is a common denominator.
Yes.
Whether you're C-suite or if you're sick, my advice to you all is if you're major disease, don't go to private hospital. I went to private hospital. I thought money better.
Not true.
CPF recently announced something, your rider will go up.
No, if you rider or not rider, when you're suddenly your heart attack or you're having a stroke, that all doesn't matter. You know? The what matters is getting your hands into the right doctors and the right team.
Right.
And then I thought private hospital is the one. Oh man, they are not prepared. They are not. The one coming to see me himself had one arm only. That was when I panicked. Second day, I want to check out to a general hospital. Please, whatever it is, just check me out. You know, I didn't get the injection I needed. So I cannot blame anyone. It's just like I can sue the doctor, but it's going to be a protracted.
This happened also near Mount.
No. Then I was staying in the East, my old house. East Shore is just 2 minutes away, or so I went to East Shore. Then that was the worst mistake.
But if you had gone to a public one, what would be the difference?
No, okay. You've been to an army?
Yeah.
Okay, imagine or F1 your tire go in, your car go in, diagnosis straight away, tire pop 1 second down. All the general hospital has that. They've got all the SOP all. They have no choice. They practice because the case is there.
Well rehearsed.
They have been repeatedly doing that. So when I was awake, but I mean the doctor not. I just read the doctor the because I had stroke in the night. So the doctor that's internal medicine or external medicine or whoever who's stationed in emergency, right? Just talking to him, you can measure him. Foreign doctor. It's like I talk to him. In 1 minute, I know whether you can or not. Actually, no. So I mean, yeah. In that case, yeah. So
that's interesting.
yeah. So if to tell the truth, Singapore's medical system is more stringent than any doctor. So if any doctor tells you I'm foreign trainer, actually you should worry first. Any Singapore doctor that's foreign trainer,
They couldn't get into
they
US
first they couldn't get into Singapore. Secondly, after coming back, they have to they have 2 years to be following a Singapore doctor. You know why? Because my partner is involved in medical. The amount of training they had go through, I mean, compared to Philippines and Philippine dentists come to Singapore and be nurse, but they're willing to do it because the money as a nurse is more than So you just set the parameters.
Okay.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you very much.
Wednesday afternoon I'm free
Okay.
because my caregiver is away.
Okay,
Thank you.
Coming during Christmas or
No, but January, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong? Okay.
No, Hong Kong. Somewhere in Hong Kong. This kind of weather, okay. If not, if you have umbrella, then okay.
Yeah, do you need to use this pen? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's not called the good arm. It's called the non-affected arm.
No affected arm, so sorry.
So the way the cup is called not affected because the patient feels bad if you call the hook arm.
So sorry. Yeah.
the C suite that I went, I saw it. He said, chop off, man.
Shut up.
Chop off. I don't want this already.
The able.
No, the patient, there's a suite, right? When he was throwing all his tantrum, he told the rehab person, chop off my arm.
Possible. Yeah.
So tell me what you do.
Give it like this, yeah. It's a moment, always starts up.
So there's also one sort of one way of I
remove this table so you can go this.
So there's the 3D the way they do 3D animation, right? They put a dot at the jump.
Oh, the matrix,
Yeah.
using the motion sensor.
Yeah. So I mean I've been one of the US patient was involved in a study that he was made to walk with or made to do things, and they oh yeah. Dr. Effie also want to do that, but it's with walking. So I was asked to, if I had attended that session, was to wear something that they can pin the thing to measure. Then they will use that, when I walk, then they will measure that over there.
See your improvement.
Yeah. Because I only see doctor, but now once every 6 months. No, after I think much. Every time your medication okay, do you need to increase or do you need to? No, to the point. I don't mind sharing, like doctor, there's different doctor who's open to me talking, you know. And I think it's good use of my time.
Taking one therapy, haven't decided which doctor to go with. Have our shareholder, Dr. Lee who's like Korean. His English not very good, so I think Effie through Dr. Effie is like the
It's very good, but Effie is very careful.
But like, so even if progressive, like, what's the yeah, and I'll still do that.
So many doctors, so many therapists.
Even the one
Sophia? No?
Yeah, I'll talk to Sophia, Sophia, no?
No. Are you?
Yeah, I'll talk to her and see if she...
But the thing about Sophia is she's not I mean training is not training something else. Huh?
She's in a master degree.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's not her training. Just I think she's quite involved because her brother is special. So maybe then she wanted to do something. I don't know, but I think she switched later on.
She went to S3.
I know S3, but you see when when she come back to Singapore, then she decided to do that. 她不懂这个，a lot of technical different say PT, right? PT can tell me, so they can tell me the body how that's because of this and that's because of that, because they studied it, but she didn't. So it's not. So that's why I'm trying to tell you. You want trying to find some. When I was sent to Changi Hospital, right, that was very good. But yeah, I couldn't get. You cannot select who.
Yeah.
And then
Actually got a few.
I don't know whether she's there. The movement of people is from no Chinese.
I have met a few of
Short hair. I think I don't know. It's so long already. Some years they can move on. I mean, Tan Tock Seng has all the PhD there.
Yeah, please. I'll see who is leading the talk. But Tan Tock Seng need to be careful because they have shares of anti-care. So if they talk too much, then they will.
Okay lah, but so you can not. That my liquor store is really fun.
Your liver is saying got
okay. My father is medical trained. So the restriction
there's someone to control and
someone who is the gatekeeper. Because the whiskey on that, open shelf. My toolkit, I just put some, then I pour over the toolkit there on microwave. If you like, if you're given the Christmas cookie 很难吃的 take with don't do too much to it. Recommended by the initial chef of what's that? Star. After they got bought over by the Indians, then pushed them to the food started box.
Jeff left, Justin Quack left.
Justin Quack because he was
it's not that he don't like the guy.
he is one that no, it's still recreational drug. Singapore is next. Like my condition, I remember they gave marijuana to the mission of lollipop. So there's one patient went to the central clinic also, then she was saying, today I'm good. I said, come on. Then this Canadian or US therapists that train other therapists in Singapore, I forgot the name, but I tried in my Facebook. From marijuana. There's a lot in